Hey guys, how you doing? So as I'm wandering through the woods, I thought I might as well make a video because I have this stuff with me, and what I bring when I go out in the forest, most of the times when it's just a day hike, I bring my get home bag. This piece of kit is the topic of today's video, so let's get to it. Now first, I gotta tell you why I carry this type of bag. I carry it to get to my house a little bit more comfortably than I would without it. Let's say I'm 50 miles away from my house, something like that. I have no car, something happens, I don't know, I got lost, it's late. This bag would let me overnight, which is not my priority to be honest, but it will let me get back home a little bit more comfortably than without it. Now the priority here is to walk, is to cover miles. So it's not very pimped out when it comes to overnighting, because this bag, as I said before, is to cover miles. So bear with me guys, I'm gonna readjust the camera and we're gonna talk about what's inside there. So it's a beautiful day out here in the forest. The forecast says it's gonna be raining the whole week. So I want to get the most out of the last day or last 2 days. Actually, I need to discuss the topic of this bag again. This bag for me is something to cover miles with. It's not a 3 days bag, it's not a bag out bag, it's a get home bag. Meaning, at the end of the day or the other day, I will be home, I will be comfy, I could replenish my calories. So this is just something that would get me through that with a little bit of comfort. Let's get to it. This bag is a Chinese knockoff, but it's pretty cool. I got it really cheap. I bought it for 40 bucks, if I remember correctly right now. It's served me for over 3 years right now, so highly recommend it. It has no tag on it. I can't give you a name. So that sucks. But what I've done to it is I put some rubber bands, or not rubber bands, ranger bands, over the buckles, just to have it a little bit more covered, and also it's pretty much prevent the buckle from having this shitty sound. So right now, it's not a big sound right now. Those ranger bands. Next, I have 2 lights in here because I am planning to move on even if the night comes. If I have, let's say, 5 miles to go, I ain't gonna camp. I'm just gonna go through the night. So I have a red light in here and a white light. These are just basic biking lights, $2 in the dollar store, and they hold up to 10 hours or 8 hours of blinking, I guess, or maybe a little bit more. Okay, let's get into it. This first pouch or pocket on the left side, what I have in here is canned food. I'm not planning to camp again, so the food has to be ready to eat even while I'm moving. What I have in here right now is 3 Macaroni cans. I can eat it while moving. I can open it with no tools. Pretty cool thing. Also, I can heat it up in a fire pit if I would have one. If I would have to cover a lot of miles, then I could overcamp overnight, do some sort of stuff like that. So, macaroni. I have 3 of those, as I said. Sometimes I have something else in there, meatballs. I had it last time, but I don't really like the idea of meatballs because for me, meatballs has to be hot. And you know, when you're just moving on, get on walking, you can't really heat it up. They don't taste as good. They taste terrible to me. So macaroni tastes good while it's cold. Great stuff. 3 macaroni cans. Pouch is done. The other one contains my IFAK individual first aid kit, or some pieces of it, and a poncho. That would be my shelter. Just a little poncho from, again, dollar store. It's a budget friendly thing. But this one is a little bit more reinforced, a little bit better than the others, so I have it in there. I'm not gonna take it all out because there is a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna show you some things. What I have in here is poncho, then some bandages, one fairly big bandage, some rubber gloves, sealed or not sealed, just put it in a bag, not to get wet or any dirt in there. Then I have some alcohol pads. This is a soap wipe actually. This is a cleaning wipe. Alcohol wipes, cleaning your stuff, cleaning your hands. Then I have some more of these and some Panadol when you get headache, some plasters, just some basic stuff to cover you up, patch you up for a little bit, and then some padding actually to pat it on your wound and then wrap it around with a bandage. Now bear with me because I want to put it back in. I don't want to get it dirty. It's not going to be sterile once you get it to the forest, but I just don't want to have it all dirty. Oh, one thing I forgot is I have a lighter in there also. Another way to start a fire, just a lighter. Okay, let me unbuckle this thing up and let's get to the front pouch or pocket once again. Open it up. Right out of the bat, I have some energy bars, protein bars, actually just a Snickers. I really like them. They give you a boost. I also have a few of those in my pocket, in my jacket when I go out, in my pants, just to give you a quick boost of energy. I have 3 of those. If I could fit 20, I would fit 20, but I can fit only 3, maybe 5 if I also put them here, squeeze them back. But I don't really need them because of my calculations where I'm gonna go. I might put something else in there. If not, I'm just gonna leave those 3 in. So it could be Mars, Snickers, what have you, what you like. It can be there. You can just put sugar in there if you really want to go hardcore, but you know, just some protein bars. 3 of those again. Then miscellaneous items. What I have in here, it's a Sharpie, fat Sharpie. Do I have to explain you what you can use Sharpie for? I don't really think so. It's a permanent marker, so not a Sharpie that much, but you get the idea. Then this box, I already told you about this box. I have a few of those. I just love them. It's basically plastic, water sealed box or a container. I keep some cotton balls soaked in Vaseline inside. Pretty cool thing. It's waterproof. But what's cool about it is that it has, boom, a ferro rod on the bottom. So a really tiny one, nothing special. But you can start a fire with this. Amazing thing. I love it. So that thing. Then I have some tape. Basic tape. There is not much left, but I would have to fix that up, put some new one in. But tape, electrical tape, million different uses. This thing I'm gonna go over later, cause or maybe why the hell not. It's called Miswak. It's an Arabic. Well, it's a piece of wood. To be honest with you, it's something to clean your teeth with. Now you might think, what the hell are you using that for? Well, as I said, clean my teeth with. You don't have to be stinky when you're out there. This thing weighs not more than this bag of tea, so you can use it hundreds of times. It's reusable, it's light, it's flexible, and basically my idea is to do everything on a move. I don't like to camp while I'm getting back home. So cleaning your teeth, it also makes you do something actually, so you don't really think about that you have to cover 60 miles or 100 miles or however much you have to do. It's just something to waste your time on, pretty much, to be honest with you guys. Waste your time, that's it. While walking, again, while covering miles. Miswak, a piece of wood that I carry with me. I got it from a good friend of mine, so thumbs up for him. And yeah, Miswak, guys. Then I have some cordage, paracord. As you can already tell, I love orange paracord. I just do. I think it's a cool color. That's what I think. I also use olive and coyote and black and stuff like that, but I just love orange paracord, so I just have 6-7 meters of paracord in here with 7 inner strands. That makes up for a lot of cordage if I would need to. Yeah, quite frankly, just some paracord. Then chem lights. A lot of people have misconceptions about the chem lights. A lot of people don't like them. I do. It's something that can give you a little bit of light. Now, these are not military chem lights, so I have 2 of those. These are just some knockoff chem lights that I got on a store for quite cheap lately. If I would have a military one, I would carry 2 of those, but this one lasts 12 hours. The military ones does last for 2 days. Not continuously as bright, but will last. This one turns off after 12 hours. It's completely dead. So I carry at least 2 of those in this bag, and then 1 more at all times on me in my pocket, my pant pocket, cargo pockets, and you know, I just like them. They can give you a little bit of light. It's always something. With these lights, I want to be visible when I'm walking at night. I want to be visible, so anything that makes me be visible, it's a good thing. Chem lights. Then, when I will stop on an overnight or something like that, I have some tea. I mean, tea is good. It weighs nearly nothing. I have tropical fruit and forest fruit, so you know, just a personal preference. But I have some tea. I never really used it. Once I used it when I used this bag. I used it once on an overnighter with this bag. And yeah, that's it. I just carry it in there because it's light. Then aluminium foil. Again, million different uses for this thing. Cooking, putting coals in there that I actually have in here, just to boil your water and stuff. Millions of different uses for this foil. There is around ½ meter of it. It's just a basic cooking foil. It's really thin, so it's not one of those heavy-duty ones. It's just a very thin foil. Then, my K2 flashlight. I made a video on it. I love it. I have 5 of those in each of my bag. I have 1. I just really like it. Again, another source of light, right? Then, something to wipe off with. Now this is nearly done, so I will have to replace that one with a new pack. But you know, I mean, you gotta be a human and you gotta shit in there. So, political correctness, not on this channel. So when you gotta have a dump, you need something to wipe off with, or you can do it with your hands if you really want to. But I wouldn't really, I wouldn't really say it's gonna be a good idea. So something to wipe off with, clean your hands, clean your face, whatever you gotta do. I gotta replace that one to a new one. So, you know, there's like 2 left in here. That one. Then I have just a tiny bit of tape, Gorilla Tape, or yeah, I think it is. Then, oh, safety pins. Let me get them out. I'll get one out. There's like 4 of those in there, of big sizes. Safety pins, again, a few different uses. If I would rip my pants, I obviously don't want to waste my time and just sew them back, so I can just secure it with a safety pin. Great thing, seriously, guys. Okay, then a drum liner bag. A few liters of drum liner bag, used, again, a couple different uses. That's in here. Then a lighter again. Quite used, but still works, if you could see that. And then I have some zip fuel. Now this thing is amazing. I've used it so many times. You just light it up. It would even light when it's wet. So, you know, you just gotta have that. There's 3 of those, so I can boil water over it. Put it in a can, boil over it. It's a great thing if you just don't want to start a fire. You want a quick coffee or a quick drink. I don't have a coffee, I have tea, as I told you before. You just pour the water, well, hang it over it, or do some sort of thing, light it up. It will light and it will boil water. Now those are quite big. Now why I carry those big? Because it's much easier to put this down, you know, to blow on it and just turn it off, than to all the time look at it and see if it's still burning, put new ones in. So I just think that if I put 1 of those in, it will, or maybe 2, it will boil the water, and I don't have to worry about this going off. Great thing. Again, sealed container. They are in some sort of water, I wouldn't say sealed containers because they're not sealed that well, but this big bag is sealed, so it's gonna keep them dry. But again, they can burn while they're wet, so not a big deal there. Am I done with this pocket? So nothing more in here. Let's go to the main one. Now, some of you might think I'm a bit crazy about that one, but again, I'm trying to cover miles. So what I have in here is a pair of socks, a good pair of wool socks. Change them up while covering miles. I think it's one of the most important things to actually keep your feet well and comfortable. So a pair of socks. Now it's not necessary by no means, but it's there. I usually have 2 pairs of socks. I just took one out today, I don't know why. So yeah, 2 pair of socks. I always carry them with this bag. Then a knife. I don't think I will use a knife. I used a knife maybe 3 times while I had this bag on me over the course of 3 years. So you can count that I'm not really using a knife with this bag, because again, I'm trying to cover miles, not making a camp. But a basic Mora knife, I think it's a companion. I can't really remember. This knife is so old. It's been used. It's a stainless steel knife. I'm not gonna take it out, but it's a basic Mora knife. Mora, you know, all of you guys know Mora, right? There is some cordage on it, some Ranger bands, and some more tape. That's it, Mora knife. Then we go for water. There is no more than water in this bag anymore. What a great English, huh? Alright, a live straw. This one is fairly new. I mean, I bought it a year ago or something, but I almost never use it because it's always in this bag. I don't like to take stuff out and then just, you know, reuse it and stuff. So I have actually a few of those again. I like them. Live straw. You would have an annotation just around here to a video about my review about the live straw. So if you want to check it out, just go up there. Live straw. Nothing more to say. And then everything left there is the water. 500 milliliters. I'm gonna just put this one aside. And one more. So I have 1 liter of pure water to drink. Now, I secure them with a Ranger band, just not to let them unscrew themselves. You can do it with tape if you really want to, or you can just leave it if you don't care about that one. But I don't want to have it dripping wet, and I don't want to lose my water, so I just put that on there. 500 milliliters of water, 2 of those. I can give one to somebody, or I can just, you know, keep it and drink it myself. What have you? 2 bottles. When it's empty, I can refill it, use my straw, drink from it. You know, it's just a water bottle with water. Nothing crazy. It's empty. There's one more thing. This thing. This is a can from Beans or something like that, and this is a stick, metal stick with a metal wire over it, so I can actually undo the wire and actually boil the water in this can. But as I told you before, these zips, you cannot just put this can on them, because it would just take them off. So what you gotta do is basically have a stick with you, or not, you don't have to, but what I have in here is the can. I made 2 holes in here. I stick this stick through those holes like that, and boom. Now I can just, well, I've done it really shitty right now. I should just put it through the middle as always, but you know, you put it through the middle, and then you just hang it over on something, as you can see, and it's gonna hang. It's gonna secure the water over the fire or over the zip fuel. Good thing it weighs nearly anything again, but it makes up for a sure water to drink. So a good thing. And that would be it. All the things I have left on this bag are those lights I already told you guys about, and this thing, just a piece of paracord to put it on a branch or whatever else, just to hang it, so I can get through the stuff easily still, but it's hanging off the grass. If it would be wet, it's wet today, so you know, just a good thing to hang it. And yeah, basically that's it. All of it weighs no more than 5 kilograms. I would say it would be very top of what this thing weighs. And yeah, a great bag. Once again, I really do like that bag. Now, how I boil my water is, I think it's a cool thing to show you guys how it's actually boiling. I basically take a piece of foil, a I unwrap it a few times when it's still thick a little bit. I put it on the ground. While I use this foil is because if I would just put the fuel on the ground would suck some of the heat. I don't want that. I want all the heat to go up. So I take this foil, I form a little bowl in here, just a tiny little bit, just like that will do. Now I'm not gonna bend this one over so you guys can actually see it. I put the fuel in. Now I take the can. The water is already open because I drink from it. I pour the water in. Then I put the stick in. As I told you before, the stick is useful. Then, where do I have it? Oh, here. Then I have the wire. What I do with the wire is I just put it through, just here, right? Then around, and here again. And I just wrap it around a few times, put it down, and now I can just hang it over the fire or over the fuel with anything, like a branch or something. This wire is fairly long. I can just hang it over. While it's hanged already, all I do is I simply light this thing. Now I'm going to show how it's lighting up, because it's a really cool thing. I encourage every single one of you to get some, because all you got to do is just light this thing up. I mean, look at this. It will light. It will give you a lot of heat. This thing gives you a lot of heat. Now you can just simply put your stuff over it, and just there is a lot of heat. So now you can just simply put your stuff over it, boil your water, or make your food hot. Whew, this thing is getting hot in here, I'm telling you guys. A great piece. You can see all the smoke coming out of it. So, you know, good thing. Thumbs up.